Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the big bro Andre Jalil and the big cousin Rick Derula. How's everybody doing tonight? How y'all feeling?
Chilling, man. I'd be in a better mood if we'd have got that W. I'm be honest with you.
Of course, man. Knicks lose to the Bucks, 112-100. It's a tough one. I know Rick wasn't really happy about this one at all. Uh, um, so yeah, shout out to the chat. Izzy in here already. Was good. Old faithful, we got to get you on. He's been asking to get on for a minute. I ain't forget about you, bro. Please don't do this to me. So Knicks lose. Down the stretch, obviously, first half, it was it was pretty close, a close game in the first half. It wasn't a terrible half. I think there was some things here or there that they could have done better. But second half, it was really that third quarter. That third quarter was just absolutely outrageous. You know what I'm saying? It was terrible. I don't even remember. I was trying to look for the stat, and then I'm glad I didn't get to see it. But how much they scored in the first, just in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter, it was just ridiculous. You know what I mean? And then they just continued to pile it on, and it was to the point where Tom had to get rid of the starting lineup, basically. You know what I mean? Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, he had to sit him. And then these guys, the bench unit started doing their thing. And hold on, we got my man in here. We got State of the New York Knicks podcast, aka Scrubs. What's going on, Scrubs? How you doing, man? What's good, State? How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm glad to be talking to y'all tonight before I actually like the D. I don't really want to be so negative about this team because I'm trying to be good vibes all the time.
Take good luck with that.
But with each game that I watch, people got to remember, last season was last season. A lot of things went our way last season. It was a lot of COVID, the fans, the Knicks was we was attacking people. Nobody expected Randall to have that season. So now the book is out on the Knicks, right? So Leon Rose spends the cap space. He spends $80 million. And I just watched Lonzo tonight hit 7 threes, by the way. But you spent $80 million on Kemba and Evan Fournier. That was your prize for getting the 4th seed last season. A season that I wanted a lottery pick personally because I thought we were still 2 years away from being 2 years away. So now I'm looking at this team. We can't defend. We got smoked for 26 threes. We bring no energy. Randall only looks like he's having fun when he's scoring, and I don't like it at all. And I'm getting annoyed with him right now because he had 6 straight games of bad body language, and I'm still a little tight with him. He's putting up numbers, but it's not even about the numbers.
Man.
Talk to me about it, man, because I'm annoyed.
Of course, it's going to be annoying when they lose. You know what I mean? It's annoying half the time when we're watching the game and they win. So when they lose, it's never really going to be fun. But so just to get this up on the screen here, RJ Barrett. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Because I don't know why this is showing that. Get that out of the way.
And I will say RJ Barrett deserved to sit though. He deserved to sit.
I mean, him and Julius.
Both of them.
I mean, they both deserve to sit. So,
Kemba, Evan, Kevin, they all deserve to sit.
Yeah, they played terrible. So if you just look at the right side of the screen here.
Oh my God.
And just look at the top 5 names and their plus minus. And that just shows you everything you need to know right there about how the game went.
Look at Kemba, Evan, Julius. Mitchell was out there. It looked like he was, he had a huge task. He had a big task. He was defending that dude, him and Julius. Mm-hmm. These dudes, this is, the bench held us down. They got us back into it. You're supposed to have that advantage after a close game, not like getting
Right.
us back from a 21-point deficit.
Right.
That's
Right.
outrageous.
So how do you guys feel, Rick? How do you feel about the coach riding with the bench for the entire way from the third quarter on?
Dre and I, we were discussing it, man, and we are in agreement. We're glad he did it.
Yeah.
Like State just said, they deserve to sit.
Mm-hmm.
He has a bench to put in when the starters need to rest, and the starters needed to rest.
Right.
So I'm glad he played them. They definitely dug us. Well, not dug us, but they definitely brought us back. The bench scored 68 points to our starters 39. So it's like
outrageous.
They deserve to be out there. That's why we got them. So I mean, if we're only going to stick to we'll put the bench players in only when we have a tremendous lead. That I'm glad we're not sticking to that. We're putting them in when we need them. So I'm glad he did it.
It's a situational way to do it, and to be honest with you, that's the kind of adjustment we've always been asking Tom Thibodeau to make since he's become head coach here. You know what I mean? That's been most of our biggest gripe.
It was just the biggest glaring. It was the best situation. They did so good tonight that he couldn't even deny it.
He couldn't.
I think that's what happened with that there.
So Tibbs just now. See, now this is when I agree with Tibbs. This is when I can rock with him. So when they asked Tibbs, basically, the Knicks starters need at least 20 games to gel. And Tibbs give a typical Tibbs answer. When you get 20, when you say 30, and when you get to 30, you say 40, and then before you know it, the season's over. So it's a bunch of BS. I firmly agree with that. But in his mind, bro, you won't switch up your rotation. You still going to just hey, I'm gonna just do this again the next night. Maybe it's gonna work. Like that's what you doing right now. Wait, he's talking a good one though.
I mean, listen, I feel like he's learning on the fly. You know what I mean? I feel like he's finally learning on the fly. I can't really get too mad. I'm looking.
Yo, King got me fucking.
Yo, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Dante is on it,
man.
Shout out to Dante. He's in here.
He changed
so
his name.
happy
Yo,
because
Rome's
we lost.
is in here
Listen,
talking about
I'm not gonna
discussing
lie.
his voices.
Yo, so shout out to Dante. This is the only time you're really gonna see me talking to him, posting his BS in here. The discussing his voice makes my heart feel good. You know what I mean? He's here to troll. This is what he's here to do. You know what I'm saying? Look. Tell State to talk.
He said what?
He said tell State to talk more. He said his disgust makes me smile. Listen, man. Enjoy it now because that's not gonna happen all the time. These games, listen.
Every team loses.
Every team loses, especially the Eagles. But we're not gonna go there for you. Hey, Dante, we're not gonna do that because they're not looking good this year. And Dante, Toon's my boy too. I don't want to get at them right now. You know what I mean? So be easy if I go hard. So pause. But anyway, I just think that there's a change that needs to be made at some point. It has to happen. But until that time, and what is that? December like the 15th or something like that.
You talking about what?
Where they're allowed to make trades for the players that they.
I was gonna say, the front office right now is looking around.
No, but this is what I'm saying. They can't do anything until December.
Yeah, but they look around. They're calculating right now.
They've been looking around.
If this continue.
Yeah, I don't think they ever stop. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest. I think once they signed Kemba Walker, they still didn't. I
don't think they got who they wanted.
Yeah. I don't think they were satisfied. It was
but
like
they wanted to see how this would work. And right now,
exactly.
It's not looking good.
Not that they weren't happy with Kemba. I do think that they were interested, but he's a 30-something-year-old guard, and a lot of guys that age, if you're not Damian Lillard, you're really not. You're not going to be as effective as you were anymore.
Let me tell you something. For $8 million, they looking at each other like, fuck it.
Yeah, let's see what's up. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
but I'm still gonna say that it's early. It ain't just it's not just Kemba and Fournier. First of all, I love the fact that he left that bench in there that long.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to feel that. The only thing I was saying this to Ricky before you got back on was that if the coach, when they did that timeout, when the momentum shifted back to the Bucks, if he'd have put them back in there, we all would have complained that we lost. We all would have complained that why he
Absolutely.
took them out and
Absolutely.
put them in there. He should have kept them in there. But
Right.
then we kept them in there. You see that what they didn't. Here's the thing: all that shit you saying, State, is right. But the only thing we really needed to fix was fucking Connaughton. I don't understand why he's ever open.
Bro, listen.
At this point, like, it's after that third quarter, we coming back, we tie the game up, and Connaughton is open anywhere?
Everywhere. And he's the only person every single time we play them who's
back to back plays, man. Or back
to back everywhere.
Like, he's open again. Connaughton.
But every single night we figure out how to leave the hot shooter open.
Every single night. It happens all the
time. Every single night.
It's like a theme, and that goes back to what we were talking about. Shout out to Steph from the Queen's Court. We were talking about that last night. What exactly was the point where we said what were you saying just now, Dre?
The overhelping.
How they leaving them open every single night?
No, there was another point. I forgot exactly what it was, but basically, yes.
About leaving them in like that because they would if they'd have switched it at the momentum, that momentum shift. If he'd have put the starters in, I love the fact that starters were sitting on the bench the rest of the game. I love that.
Yeah, I mean that's what you want him to do. Like I said, that's the adjustment we've been wanting him to make forever.
But this is the thing that drives me nuts. Like the way from last season, with our bench doesn't look much different from last season. I don't even think it's different at all.
It's the same bench, basically.
It's the same bench, right? So now they, when they were averaging 38, 40 something points a night, and they got 60. We're supposed to get the advantage the Knicks have. It's supposed to be that bench that we had tonight. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be the advantage. You're supposed to have it is whatever it is. We up 5, down 5. By the time the bench come in, you're supposed to exhaust the other team with that bench. And tonight was the first night where they all were firing on all cylinders and because it quickly woke the fuck up. Something happened. I don't know. He had
finally, about time.
But he snapped out of it tonight. And we'll see how that goes the next game or whatever the case. But finally, he snapped out of it. I was actually in here screaming when he tied the game up with that 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That right there, I was like, holy shit. Like, we actually brought the whole thing back.
Yeah.
Then it was that foul that they called. And that switched the momentum around. We were sitting there for, what was that, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then it was a foul. I'm sorry that it was a foul, bro.
Well, all right. See,
it wasn't as hard as it looked because it hit the backboard.
Listen.
But it hit his arm.
But if you compare, if it wasn't a block, and OB just missed the layup, and there was a no call, that is the same amount of contact we've seen not get any calls for the entire season so far.
Right.
That's the only reason why I didn't get mad.
Yeah, but you made the call now.
So, you
know how like in football, if you can't really tell the difference, you got to go with the original call. Like I feel like,
but this is basketball. They always.
No, but what I'm saying is that's got to be the standard. Like you gonna y'all sold enough to reverse that call.
Yeah, I mean that's regular NBA stuff.
Either way though. Whether they called it a foul or whatever it was, the fact that they took so long, it killed the Knicks' momentum. Yeah. It killed them. Like they didn't even look like the same team after they turned the ball back over.
They couldn't hit a shot, and then they letting Connaughton just shoot from wherever the fuck he felt like shooting.
They lost their rhythm. That is really what killed them.
Right.
Honestly.
So Terrence Ross, Cole Anthony, Jonas Valanciunas, OG Anunoby, Miles Turner, Grayson Allen, Ricky Rubio, Pat Connaughton.
All these dudes is the ones that have star nights going against.
So Dre, I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro. You keep saying, like I understand like we try and be positive and stuff. I understand it. And you say, let's wait. It's not a large enough sample size for the defense and whatnot. I don't even think we got the personnel on this roster. If Tibbs want to continue to run,
who we need to change? Who we need to change, State, in your opinion?
See, I don't want to be the a-hole, but
nah, we already know.
We got a wing rotation of Burks, Evan Fournier.
Why did I know he was gonna say Burks first?
No.
I mean, Burks is the most tradable player on this.
Yeah,
but he's not the biggest problem though.
No, he's
right
not.
Now.
No. But it's not about that. It's about making the team better. It's about
But like he said, I knew he was gonna say Burks because he's the most inconsequential.
No. It's not even about him. It's
contract.
I'm about to group all of them together. Like,
right.
You have a collection, right? Of Burks, quickly, and these is the wings. So Burks, quickly, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett. Who the hell you think we were stopping this season, Andre?
I think, I said,
I just named our 4 wings.
Listen,
we could go to Golden State roster and we can name those 4 wings that they got over there that they run.
Yeah, but we don't really have wings. No, we don't really have wings. These dudes ain't really they're not really wings.
The personnel's not on the team.
We can hit him with the Rick. We can hit him with the Rick Ross. He'd be like, "Nah, we doing thighs." You see that the wing stop?
You smack the bag. Nah, we doing thighs.
Yeah, that could.
So you're right because So first of all, the best person that would be like the wing if he actually played some fucking basketball and was reliable would be Kevin Knox because he got the length we need.
Right.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Dre? Why is Knox and Grimes not playing now? I got 12.
We're not doing this. We're not doing that.
But you already know that. You already know why.
We know why he's not playing.
Okay.
We know.
Okay. So Burks.
But no. First of all, Grimes did play last game. No. Was it last game or the game before that?
It was last game.
I mean, no. He had to stick with the rotation. He had to
stick with that rotation.
That's throw him in there.
They brought the game back. He was not taking.
There was no way he was putting them dudes in this game.
I don't know, man. I can't keep defending. I don't know why people keep defending this. 39% from the field, 7 points.
You know where we suck? We suck in rebounds.
State when we were down by 20, it was that squad that pulled us back. So why would you take them out?
But this game you don't take the bench out. You keep that bench out.
What you talking about before that?
But I'm talking about the whole season. I'm talking about the whole season, Rick. I'm talking about the season as a whole. Our defense is really bad.
Yeah, it's bad,
and it's not on the roster.
You know what though? You know what makes it look worse is that we're comparing it to last season. But our defense is not good. But the fact that we had such a great defense last season, it makes what we have right now look 10 times worse.
And I think we will make the adjustments, but at the same time, we just don't, like you said, like I said before, we don't have the personnel. We're waiting until December. There's going to be a trade. They're gonna, like we said when we were talking about making the team better via trade. Did we mention any stars? No. Exactly. It's like, all right, what do we do? We got to get some wing defense. We've been saying that since the start of the season. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, how can we actually make this team better? Of course, you can get some more defense at the. I mean, you can get a better point guard who's more durable, who's going to be consistent every single night. No shade to Kemba, but he is who he is at this point. Like I said on the Queen's Court, we basically have 2 backup guards at this point. That's just what we have. We have 2 backup guards at the point guard position. Starting.
Somebody on the Queen's Court was saying that Kemba is like the 6th player of the year. I didn't want to interrupt when I saw it, but I was like, that means we got 2 backup guards, like y'all said. Yeah. We got 2 backup guards right now, and one of them is starting. And it's not I keep saying this, and y'all know my style. Like, it's kind of early. It's still kind of early. We can't really call it. We don't know how the team is going to end up, whatever the case. But like what I'm looking at with Kemba, sometimes he don't even put his hands up. Sometimes
he look like a bench guard.
He don't even be chasing after them like on a defensive end.
Yeah. Rose will do that. Yeah, Rose at least will chase you.
He don't even he got his hand down, like he go at him like this, and he'll look. I'm looking at because there's nothing he could do, but at least make it look like it. You know what I mean? Like he already late, but he just running up there like whatever it was. So Rick, the blink 2 times to be happy.
Yo, Apollo, can I give you a hot take?
Yeah, go ahead.
Emmanuel quickly will be the starting point guard by Christmas.
It's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Not gonna
Yo,
happen.
bro, you know why?
It's not gonna happen.
You know why it's not gonna happen?
All right.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's not gonna happen.
No. Hold up, Cat. No.
remember-
Hold up, Cat. How much? How much you want to put on that?
Okay.
He said, okay.
How much you want to put on
Hey,
that?
How much you want to put on
Okay.
that?
And you know, I can't put no bread on that because I lost. I
Yeah,
lost.
all right. I'm just saying. You gotta put your money. I don't want to talk about it. We got how much?
Nah,
We can do.
I lost $100
He
last
said-
season on the bet.
He
So,
said,
All
Josh,
right.
don't even go through the.
but the only reason why I'm saying that about Quickly is because he's the only little guard we got that at least gives a damn about defense, and
That's
I
not
know
true.
he's gonna hit a shot.
That's not true.
So it's like I'm just. Yo, man, if you don't get King, man, get this guard. I'm already annoyed, man.
It ain't even look like he saw that shit. He talking like this, and he glanced. Yo, man, if you don't get that shit off.
but yo, Apollo, we definitely said during the summer. I think we spoke over the summer. I definitely said to you, said to me, like, yo, we really need a wing defender.
Yeah,
and we need it ASAP. Because I don't see and Rick the Ruler like.
But time out though.
I don't see no.
But time out, State. So here's my point. I don't know if it's the wing defender as much as it is we keep leaving shooters open every night. Is that like based on one position?
It's
Because like the dude that like just sit there, like we don't even gotta. You don't gotta run and defend it after. Like
but it's
make sure he doesn't get the ball.
Nah,
They
it's point
bailing
of
him out
attack.
every
That's what I'm
night.
saying. It's point of attack defense.
Yes.
So if you don't stop the point of attack, first of all, the reason why last year was so hard for, like, Alfred honestly made it hard for guards to just run whatever offense they wanted to run. And that was something that we took for granted. Now, don't get me wrong, we don't miss Alfred. We just need a better guard. Like, let's not get it confused. Like, we're just telling you what Alfred did that was actually keeping him as the starting point guard on a playoff team. He did it. You know what I'm saying? But is he the point guard that, first of all, he's on the bench for the Suns. He's barely playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's who Elfrid Payton is. He just happened to be the kind of guard that Tom Thibodeau needed to start ahead of Derrick Rose because Derrick Rose could not handle the workload. Nights like tonight, you start to see why Derrick Rose was always just it's like he feeds off the energy of the crowd. You know what I mean? It's like
his straightaway threes be looking like they're gonna hit the front rim, but they be going in.
And that's why it's so exciting every time he makes it because it never looks like it's going in.
It never look like it going in. Them joints be going straight to the basket. They be like,
yo, it looks like it's front rim. I'm like, yo, how you do that?
Like, yo, how you guys slip that joint in like on an angle?
Yo, I swear there's zero arc on his shot, but them joints just go crazy. So, and here we go. There you go. Just like that. I'd rather lose with IQ than lose with Kemba. And that's what happened tonight. Because
Why is that?
Why? Yeah. Why does that matter who you lose with?
Because look, I was about to explain it to you know what I'm saying? Because I see this is what he's trying to say. If we lose with Kemba and Kemba has a terrible game, we're like, this is why
put his numbers back up real quick.
Let me put the stats back up. But if we
tell
lose,
me why you doing that? Tell me why.
The same thing. Like with Julius Randle, like I said, if we would have put Julius Randle, if we would have put RJ Barrett back in the game, we would have been pissed off if they lost. You said that, and that's the exact same point because Kemba didn't play well, RJ didn't play well.
Nobody fucking played well. Mitchell, I thought was doing all right. I thought Mitchell was doing his thing.
He did.
But then again, here's the thing. Now here's the other thing. The factor that I feel like we always bypass. Because I swear the Knicks are going to try to go get Karl Anthony Towns. I swear. Because our centers do not score.
They're going to go get Miles Turner. That's what they're going to get.
They're going to get Miles Turner or Cat because our centers are not contributing at all.
Cat is not coming here. I'm going to stop that right now.
I'm just saying. I don't know who it is, but what's his name? Love Cat.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that to the Knicks community, he is not the defender that they want.
No. He's not the defender, but he's the scorer. We're not putting any pressure.
I know.
Like the thing
I'm
about
just saying with the front office, what they thinking about.
So
they love him, but
so a night like tonight, when you have Giannis, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's putting pressure on that cat. There's nobody putting pressure on their big men. Any night ever, no big man ever has to worry.
I thought Taj was doing
Taj
Taj
did
was
okay.
doing his thing, but not on the offensive end.
No.
He's not putting pressure on it. Like every night we play a center, they got a cakewalk. All they gotta do is get in the paint and block some shots, but they never have to worry about our big men doing any damage at all.
I mean, and at this point, it's starting to look bad for Mitch on the defensive end as well, because he can't step outside of the paint. He can't guard the perimeter. Like, I mean, the reason why Miles Turner went off that game is because Mitch would not step out.
Didn't want to come out the paint.
Would not come out of the paint. If you looked at
I think that's coaching, though. I think that's coaching.
Nah, man.
It's
because they all collapse.
Remember when we was
7 threes, bro.
Yeah, but the defense always
was guarding 2 people that game.
I know that. I know that. But this is the same coach he had last year, and Mitch was not.
What State said about last night?
Yo, Mitch be guarding 2 people sometimes every game, bro. Like, Randall will shoot a mid-range jumper and dead not run back on defense. Like, I'm not – like, I hate when I got to attack this team, but it's certain little things like, yo, the offense is trash. I can tell what the Knicks is doing. When I can tell what the Knicks is doing, when I'm watching them, oh, they're about to run the ISO again. Here come that. Oh, he gonna pass it one.
He gonna pass it off, pass it back.
Pass it.
Yeah. Dribble handoff.
I don't even know what they accomplishing doing that shit up there.
That's all Obi does is dribble handoff all day.
But Obi all-ball movement is exciting to watch. That's how he came back in the game.
Yeah, but you see that's because they let him run free.
Because he moves like Julius never moved like that.
Yeah.
No, and then he did the almost he could have did the handoff, and he went to the basket for the layup. Like that type of athleticism is necessary. So this is why I feel like on a nightly basis it might be different.
Okay,
because Julius was killing it the last game, right?
Right.
We play Milwaukee tonight, and it's like, yo, give it to Obi. What they probably ain't game. They didn't have the strategy for him. He came in there, he flying to the back. You saw that alley-oop with him and Quickly.
Mm-hmm. See, I've always said though, they're only going to get this kind of rhythm by playing extended minutes. Yeah. You're never going to see. This is how Obi and Quickly can play if they play 20 minutes a game. Just 20. Give them 20 minutes. Give them 18 minutes a game. But this 10, 12 minutes is not enough for them to have rhythm.
No,
it's just not. So when you look at the game right now, they play mad minutes. You look at Quickly played 27 minutes in 14 seconds. That's the last time he played that many minutes was last year.
Hot take. Knicks is gonna go get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I mean, listen, bro.
Yeah, I would give up.
We go get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I start talking about some players we give up, and y'all start watching. There's gonna be a lot of y'all start watching the show because I don't care. Shai Gilgeous, go get him. Go get him.
With all due respect, as long as RJ's out of that
as long as everybody outside of RJ could go, boy. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Definitely talk like this whole roster.
So
I'm not saying everybody. I'm done. I'm just saying whatever you got to get Shai, somebody who's about to be a star. You go get him.
He cold.
You go get him.
He cold.
So and I say that because first of all, that ain't gonna happen. We'd have to get up. We'd have to give up. If they did it,
yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dre. I'm gonna be honest with you. We have way more assets than you think we do, Dre.
Facts.
And I'm telling you, we have tons of draft. We looking at, first of all, assets aren't just players.
Yes.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander don't make that much money. You can trade Evan Fournier and 2 first-round picks, or one first-round pick and 2 second-round picks.
We can't do that because then we got like 4 guards still.
They're gonna want 4 first rounders.
I'm just saying the fact that we have the assets. You know what I'm saying? Of course, one of the guards would be going on. What's up? What's up, State? You got phone calls and all that shit?
Yo, I'm recording.
They answering too. Yeah, come on. Come on. They're talking about come on. How you pick up the phone and you talking about come on? Whatever. Come on. Like, my bad, State.
My bad. Nah, but all I'm saying is to make that kind of trade, we have all of the pieces. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't make that much money, so you don't have to trade a bunch of players for him. But I guarantee you this: Kemba might find his way back in OKC in that trade.
Hey, they're gonna be like, "Yes, what's up, baby? We got you back. We paying you anyway. What's up? You ain't getting nothing."
I'm telling you, they're gonna open the doors like Leonardo DiCaprio with the cup. He's gonna be like,
Let me ask you this. This is my question. Let me ask you this. This is my question.
Yeah.
I didn't think at any point Kemba was gonna look this bad. Maybe I wasn't watching the Celtics game.
I didn't think so neither.
Me neither.
Maybe I wasn't watching it. You know, I think it means something when you come home and you play and you're excited to play with it, you know, at home and all of that. And I think that part is exciting. But the way it looks like the defense is so bad at that one position. It's like Kemba, if he wanted to play hard D, he couldn't like it, and he ain't doing nothing.
Nah, you don't got it. I mean,
He don't got it. So my question is this: you think it's the knees, or is it the passion?
It's the over the hill.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
It looks like his body. I was looking at a picture of him the other day, and everything was just like taped up. Like everything was just like he had compression this, compression that. His body looks like it's in bad shape. I mean, he did say that he was going to be working on his body, though. My bad.
No, he actually is. He actually said that he's in great shape. So I don't think it's a body thing. I honestly just think that
he said that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he said that. I just think his first step is gone. That quick first step is gone. And
I mean, he crossed a couple cats today. He said he still got the moves.
Yeah, he got the moves.
But he wasn't hitting nothing.
I still got my ball handle, but I'm not going nowhere. Like I have no quick first step. Like
he was 1 for 7 though.
It happens. It happens. Like, but
he was 1 for 7.
But that's because the verdict is out on Kemba Walker. He's small. All you have to do is contest. And that's what they did. I mean, it was 1 for 7. Now also hold on real quick before I'm hold on, I'm come right back to you. I just want to say this one point, and Rick is going next. So I just wanted to say the numbers of the starters. I don't want to harp on too much. Kemba would not have finished this game 1 for 7 if they played the rest of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. Same thing with Fournier, same thing with RJ, same thing with Julius. So I don't want to go too much on their numbers because it's clear. Like, look, Kemba played 18 minutes, Evan 19, RJ 20, Mitch 23. Like, you know, they didn't play the natural minutes. So I don't want to harp
like
on
Obi, man.
But go ahead, Rick. What were you gonna say?
All right. So if you don't think it's his body because he said he's in great shape,
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I'm just saying that he said he was in great shape. I'm not saying I don't think it's his body. I think it's just he's over the hill. He lost his first step. I mean, if that's body, sure, his body. Cool.
Yeah,
I guess his body.
I thought you were
trying to
Father
Time.
I thought you were trying to say that he doesn't want to play here.
Oh, what?
Nah,
because if it's not his body, then like what is it then?
He looks
nah. He don't want to play nowhere else. To be honest with you, I think right now he's talked about since he's gotten here how much he's wanted to play in New York. If I'm Kemba Walker, to be honest with you, I'm sure Kemba Walker is pissed off that he's playing like this in New York.
And then he's gonna get his act together then.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I know he's in New York.
I'll tell you
he might
this.
need a little bit more time. He might. Go ahead.
Bust it. If Obi keep playing like this, front office is gonna be looking around like, which I want to do with Julius.
No. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this.
I didn't say that.
No, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what he's really gonna do. No, they said if only Obi keep playing like this, they're gonna look around and say, "What y'all want to do with Mitch?"
We could do what y'all want to do.
They already.
I'll be honest with you. They might.
They got to move Butterfingers. I think that contract they gave him was so that they could move him.
I think. Listen, bro. I think there's a way for them to.
Yo, what happened? He was out again. His knee. What happened to his knee?
Nah, he's still sore knee. Sore knee.
He's day to day. Each other.
Yeah, he's sore knee day to day.
I saw that joint. That hurt. His knee bent backwards.
Oh yeah,
it was a hyperextension. Yeah. I don't really see how we can be successful going forward if we re-sign Mitch, unless we find a way to get 3 top-notch defenders at the 2-point guard positions, and RJ turns into a top-notch defender. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way we're going to be able to keep Mitch and be successful. Because at this point, if we're going to make Mitch our paint protector, and we're going to depend on our perimeter defenders to make sure that guys like stretch bigs like Miles Turner, when KP come in here,
They going after Miles Turner.
They're gonna take full advantage when KP comes in here. I'm telling you, when KP comes in, he's gonna be shooting 33s just because he knows Mitch is not gonna come out there. So if the only way this works with Mitch defensively is if we get other defenders. You can't have Mitch being the defender to hold it down. Nah. Mitch can't. He can't guard the 3-point line and then come back to the paint. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to get.
Mitch was doing his thing. He was getting blocks in there. I like Mitch.
He's only one guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's only one guy.
He's only one guy.
And he also doesn't help on the offensive end. How many points did he have?
I mean, he had 3 points.
That's on the coach, bro. They gotta.
But look, like I said, Dre, he played 23 minutes. He probably would have played another 10. So he probably would have finished his natural 3 for 4 for 4, 5 for 5, or 4 for 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Mitch, Taj had more rebounds than he did.
I've been saying that though.
Shout outs to Taj, man.
Taj is that guy.
Taj was playing basketball.
It's in his blood. Yeah,
Taj
it's in his blood though. He got
Taj is that
game.
guy, man.
Taj
the crazy thing is, Taj.
Our leading scorer was Derrick Rose.
Yes.
No, I'm not even surprised, man. Like, this was the Derrick Rose game. Yeah. This was the Derrick Rose game, man. Like it's.
Man. Yeah, I know he was scoring. That boy was 6 for 8 from 3. Wow.
No. I was looking at Burks. Wow. Yeah, he was 6 for 8 for 3.
6 for 8 from 3.
Yeah,
Burks
man.
Was 4 for 7.
Wow.
And we were right there
in a game for 3.
We were right there, man.
And I think we're getting quickly back. I think he's coming around.
Finally. Yeah, and
I hope that's a turning point for him.
Didn't I say
that was the game he needed?
He needs some rest. I said he's in the gym way too much. The guy needs some rest. And from this time the season started, it was Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like every other game, like there's no rest. So the past couple days has been some rest. They're going into a nice break. They don't play after tonight. They play Friday and then they play Monday.
Great.
You know what I mean? Like they got some time to work on some schemes. You know, think about it. They don't really practice when they have these many games.
Yeah.
Remember, but what didn't I say that on Steph's podcast last night?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, it's not a back-to-back, but that every other day game stuff, that's still a lot. Like, they don't get a chance to really.
It's almost worse because it doesn't give you a chance to have that extra.
You don't
day.
get no break. It's no break. I mean, I'm sorry, it's still not an excuse, but
it's not.
It all goes. When we get back to the league and you're giving up somebody, Rubio knocking down threes, like Miles Turner's knocking down threes. It's like, Jesus Christ, like what's going on?
Yeah. And it's really like someone turned a switch on because Rubio's first shot was like an air ball. And he just got it together. And he didn't miss again for the rest of the game.
I mean,
wow.
It's if I'm someone who plays basketball and there's another guy in front of me who has his hands down on defense, I'm pulling that shit every time. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling it every time.
But here's my thing. I don't believe in like Josh. I'll talk about this all the time. One of my favorite parts since I was a kid about basketball was defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I always loved about defense, what I learned about defense, half the time when the dude get the ball in his hands, it's already too late.
Right. Yeah.
But you don't have to actually block the shot and stop the guy and steal a ball. You got to disrupt them.
Yeah,
you got to flow up.
Yeah.
That's it. They letting him walk in the threes.
Yeah. The
dude got mad room.
One player I always admired because of who he always had to play defense on was Rajah Bell. And it was Rajah Bell versus Kobe Bryant all the time.
Yeah.
And Kobe did what Kobe can do. And he just scored.
And that's Kobe. You ain't gonna get that every night though.
But Rajah Bell made it hard for him to score. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was shots you see. There was footage of Kobe literally like this taking a jump shot from Rajah Bell.
Yeah, hand in his face.
And right in his face. He still made the shot, but how can you play better defense?
You don't have a million Kobe's in the league. There's only one Kobe.
Exactly. So if I'm Rajah Bell and I'm all right, listen, I know if Kobe making that, the rest of these cats ain't making that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that there's just the point of attack defense has to get better. You got to get some guys in there who actually know how to play defense.
Time out though.
You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Because we talk about State, talk about the wing. We talk about Kemba is looking horrible on defense, and he looking bad. And I love Kemba, and I really want this to work out. If I feel like the only way this is going to work out, if Kemba's defense is going to look like that, he's going to have to drop 30 on a nightly basis,
Which is not going to happen.
Right. So,
yeah.
So what are we doing? What do we need? We need a point guard. We need that starting point because we talk about that we got two 6 men.
Yeah.
And right now, Rose is looking like the better of the two, and I don't know if that means he should start. No. So what we doing? We need a starting point guard. We need to trade for a point guard.
We still need a starting point guard.
That's
and someone that can both score and defend.
I mean,
I'm sure there's plenty of those out there.
So somewhere in between Alfred Payton and Kemba Walker.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and younger. You hear me?
we need somebody. But State said now. This is what I said when we was on Stephanie's show. Like he had to play them young dudes in some situations. Because if Kemba got the night, he on fire. But we get in a situation, the game is tight. What's Kemba in there for? We got to play D.
Right. Yeah. And look,
them young whippersnappers in there.
Just like Toxic said, IQ should start. Rose and Grimes come off the bench, and Kemba should be situational. Evan Fournier can kick rocks for all I care.
You can't have Kemba be situational because now you need him. He got to get in the groove to score. But it looked like he start hot some nights.
Well, he can be situational depending on the game. Yeah,
I think so.
They can't start that young blood. Toxic. They can't start IQ.
That's too toxic.
They're not starting IQ.
They can't start IQ.
I don't think starting IQ would even be toxic at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Toxic.
I don't think it'll be toxic.
Wait. I was calling that his name is Toxic. I said
toxic. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, that's why. I was calling it Toxic. Yeah.
No.
I don't think it's toxic.
Toxic Knicks fan. I just said it for short because I ain't gonna say Toxic Knicks fan said.
You know I've said it too. So that's why I'm like, duh. Like, you know.
Yeah. No, I just think that IQ is too way off. And then on some games for us to be like he's the starting point guard.
Yeah,
I don't like him as a starter yet. I like where he is.
But what message does that send if you start?
But like I said, one of the biggest things I felt like we needed from last season, and I don't mean to bash the Knicks. I love these guys, but like Dinwiddie for me was perfect. The length, he could score. He's a smart player. You know what I mean? Like that was the type of guy. But he just came off an injury too.
Exactly. You didn't know what you was going to get.
You didn't know what you were going to get. And he was asking for a lot more money than what Kemba was going to get. You know
but they took that. They did that they spent all their money. It's almost like they had that in the bed. They had that shit. They already knew they was doing that.
So, all right, let me ask this before we get out of here. Just the last question for everybody. Are we back to square one at the point guard position?
No. They square one as far as what, needing the point guard?
No, I mean square one as to before we got Kemba.
Can I be real with you? And Apollo, thanks for having me join the pod tonight.
Yo, you 43 Apollo, minutes man. In.
I love your comments, bro. They are fire.
Yeah.
But
shout out to the chat.
Yeah, shout out to the chat.
Hit that like if you in it.
Hit the like button. Apollo, man, I gotta ask you, man. And I know the next time I talk to you is probably. I know the next time we probably be on your pod is probably sometime next week. If this doesn't change within the next 2 weeks, you don't think Tibbs is going to start a new person at point guard?
He didn't do it all last year.
He didn't do it last. I was just gonna say he let this dude rock until the play. He might have learned. He might have learned that you can't wait until the first round of the playoffs to switch.
He might have learned. Yeah, he might have. And depending on this. All right, here's this. I do think he would like to start quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would like to start quickly. I think in a perfect world, he would like for in a perfect world.
Wow.
We would be at square one if we didn't have quickly. I say that.
Yeah,
like he could be a future point guard.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting ready to say. In the perfect world, Tom Thibodeau would want quickly to be his starter. You know what I mean? Especially because of what you have in Derrick Rose and Kemba. Go ahead, Rick.
So only because Kemba isn't playing the way we hope, you would think that the coach would want Quickly to be a starter.
No, I think since last year he's wanted Quickly to be a starter. I just think that Quickly hasn't proven it yet, and he's too young. You know what I'm saying? I just think I don't have any doubts that at some point Quickly will be a starter at any point in the
did he
NBA.
say something, or like what are you seeing that makes you say that other than what you feel?
Oh, I gotta get his fit back. Now.
What am I seeing? I mean, I see that
because you're saying I think the coach would wanted to start even last season. So like, what I'm trying to say is, did he say something, or like, what about the situation makes you say that in particular?
I just feel as though, based off of how he plays him, when he's hot, he rolls with him every single time. I don't see any, and I mean he does that with everybody, of course, but it's clear that he can't do that 100% of the time with Derrick Rose because Derrick Rose is not a starter.
So how does this look? Because Toxic said this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
IQ should start. Rose and Grimes come off the bench, because that's the best thing. Because you can't run Kemba and
you have to make a trade. It's not possible without a trade.
I'm saying, like, if this isn't for right now, like if this is the situation with the crew we got, IQ would have to start, and he's running with RJ and them, and then, like you said, Grimes comes off the bench. So now you just got this guy. All right, you only paying him $8 million. But I was thinking initially that this was going to be Kemba's team. I thought Kemba was going to go off. That's how I was feeling. And so this is a big letdown in my mind as far as what it looked like and what I thought it would be. It would be exciting at the Garden. And first game he was doing that. He was knocking shit down. Then he had big turnovers. For whatever reason, he's getting a lot of turnovers. He's not playing defense. It's not looking good. So what Toxic said makes the most sense. IQ start with Rose and Grimes off the bench.
Yo,
and then Kemba's situation. And if he's got bad knees, it's almost like, you know what? Your knees ain't bad. Don't worry. You ain't got to get 20. You ain't got to get 30 minutes, 20 minutes. We're going to give you 10.
Yeah.
He should be getting Burke minutes. That's what it sounded like.
Yo, Paulo, man. Let me get out of here, bro.
All right, man.
My
appreciate
boss,
you being on, man.
My boss is calling me crazy. I appreciate you coming on, man.
As he should.
It's funny because I hit you up earlier because I'm like, yo, I need to. I already see where this game is going. I gotta vent somewhere before I get to the house. So I'm glad I spoke to y'all because now I got a.
Now you get that off you. Now you can go home.
Yeah, like I got a better perspective on the loss. But it was great talking to y'all.
Of course, man.
I agree with somebody in the comments. You have a smile that is straight cap. So when somebody talking, you hear the cap. But Dre, I appreciate you. I see Dre like 2 weeks ago. That's so crazy.
You was at the bar.
Yeah, he told us he saw you. That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Apollo.
Yo, bro.
Apollo, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the comments, man. Y'all like the yo, this guy King is crazy, man. Yo, thumbs up, man. Apollo, man. Once again, man, I appreciate you having me on.
Till next time, right? Yes, sir.
And let's just hope the Knicks, get out this funk. I know we 7-5. It's crazy. I know
we got a lot of season left.
It's a long season, so we'll be all right, man. I appreciate y'all fellas, man. Appreciate
yes, sir, yo. Peace.
We actually said I'm crazy.
You hit me up crazy. Yeah, but even last year we started. I think we started 4-6. I believe it was. So I'm not entirely disappointed. I do think that there's some things we have to get better at.
7-5 is not bad. Like the Bucks is a team you expect to lose to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But after we already beat it, we know
especially after they want to get the payback in there.
Right. We still better than the Bucks. You know what I mean? So this things I was mad. I wanted to stay with Brooklyn because Brooklyn won tonight, and I wanted to get that win. But it's a long season, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get my pitchforks just yet, but they ready. They ready.
Looking around, bro. They looking around because this looks bad right now.
It looks bad, especially when you don't play your starters for the rest of the game. That says something.
But that's everybody though. It wasn't like it was just Fournier and
The
Kemba.
entire the entire
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. The whole starter. The whole fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The entire fourth. I mean, from the third quarter all the way to the fourth quarter.
That's true.
So I mean, I could see if, like I said, Tom Thibodeau is big for doing the platoon swap where he just subs out all of the whole lineup instead of plugging in a player that he thinks can help defensively here. I think that even though RJ might have not been making some shots, RJ is our best wing defender. You have to have him on the floor at certain points.
RJ is arguably the best player on the court like most of the season.
Most of the season.
He's been the most consistent so far.
Especially in the defensive end. Defensive end. Which is why I think it would have been important for him to be out there tonight. Especially with Pat Connaughton out there.
But if it was like a close game in the last 2 minutes, then I would put Barrett in. But they had already blew the lead to 10, so it didn't make sense. Leave him in there. Let them finish up. But I would agree with that though. I
think when they tied it and then they went down to 4, I'd have threw them back in at that point. Yeah, because at that point they brought it all the way close, and once they start losing the lead, that means that the other team figured something out.
Right.
At that point, as soon as they start going back to 2, 4, 7, once they hit that 3, I'm like, all right, timeout, get these guys in there, because we brought it back from 23, we 24.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You were supposed to. Yeah.
Right, you did more than you were supposed to. Hopefully, these guys sat in the bench long enough to learn their damn lesson. Let's go win the game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to beat too much on Tom Thibodeau because he made the adjustment that we wanted him to make. I don't want to complain about another adjustment he didn't make. Baby steps. That's all we got. You got any last comments, Dre?
I just wanted to run up in there and give him that Jokic shoulder sometimes when I'm watching that.
Yo, did you see that?
I still didn't see it.
You
bro.
didn't see it, Cap?
That was straight up NFL tackle. I don't even know.
I don't know what my issue is. Sometimes I just don't.
Yo, he gave Morris.
Oh shoot!
He'll never forget that shoulder. He'll be looking over his back the rest of his NBA career.
I saw the still shot of it, and like Morris was like,
you see his head was like this, right? That's that quarterback sack from the blind side type of joint.
That was definitely a tackle.
All right, so how do y'all feel, real quick? Who do y'all think was wrong or right in that situation?
I think Jokic would have did what anybody on instinct would have done.
Yeah.
Because Marquis fouled him pretty hard. He didn't. Yeah. He was frustrated because Jokic, the way he grabbed the rebound, he beat the guy up for the rebound. So when Marcus came in, he was doing the take foul, but he did a hard one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little unnecessary. So Jokic was like, "Yo, mother," he wasn't looking at nothing though. He just was like, "Yo, you saw it in his face. He already committed. It's over."
He was gonna do it.
When he did it like that, you saw him go. When you do that, it's a wrap.
You committed at that point.
Yeah. You see that on the spectrum. I always say that, and I always say, you know when to do about to punch somebody in their face, they tongue move in their mouth, and they like it's a wrap. You're getting hit. You're getting swung on. And that's what he did. He did that whole and I think that he deserved a fine. You know what I mean? I think, but they gave Jokic a fine and suspend. No, they gave him a suspension. But they gave
Morris deserves the fine.
Morris got the fine.
Okay.
Because he started it. If Morris don't foul like that,
they both were wrong. Like,
but Butler was hollering. Sorry.
I would say I understand why Morris did what he did, but at the same time, it was a little much. Like, you were frustrated and you let your frustration out. It's excessive. And then of course you don't retaliate. You're professionals. You got people watching. It sucks sometimes being a role model, like Charles Barkley would tell you. But
Jokic had that. But you know what, Jokic also, if you look at some of these games,
the commitment face.
Sometimes that damn made me figure. So now look down. Oh, Jokic. If you look at Jokic, he's getting beat up on a nightly basis. Yeah, he's be coming for him every night.
Very physical position.
All the time. Yeah.
So he's fed up. He like, what's that was a nice little shoulder he gave.
I like what Shaq said. Shaq said,
you got to do that.
You don't ever do something like that and turn your back on somebody.
Right.
Like, whoa, what the hell you thought?
But this is what I was saying. He turned his back like, I fouled him hard. Ain't nothing. Yo, what's going on?
Right. Yeah. Because people because a lot of times
you never know.
I think what Morris does, he's mastered doing something and getting a reaction out of somebody. But he also knows in a way certain people like, all right, listen, if I turn around, they're gonna think that it's whatever. He can't really attack me.
But that's what he did. That's what he did.
Yeah, and that'd have been me too. I mean, I say that all the time. I don't have the temperament for basketball at all. I just don't. Because that'd have been me. Every hard foul, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
right. No, but see, but if you look at what Jokic did when he hit him in the back, he stopped. Yeah. He stood there like he ain't keep going. He could have kept going and stood over him and be like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing?" But he hit him and like he stopped there. It was like after you bust a nut and then she don't look too cute after that, and it was just like, let me, all right, you know what I mean?
Man, my parents are watching this show. Man.
Oh yeah. You know how like it changes after.
I mean, listen,
after you get it
Your
off.
parents, that's how you got here, Rick.
Oh man,
it's almost like how you like calm down, like, oh man.
Y'all gonna hear it over the holidays.
You leaving now?
Y'all gonna hear it over the holidays.
Listen, Dre gonna hear it. I had nothing to do with that.
Ricky went like this, like
he's like, I'm gonna get
Josh gonna edit it. Don't worry, Josh gonna edit it. But you know, he kind of hit him. It was kind of like, all right, I don't want to go too far. What's up, Unc? Hey, what's up, Unc?
Everything good.
Uncle Ricky, Ricky, call.
And our moms talk like every weekend.
I know. I mean,
what happens every weekend?
Our moms talk.
Oh, yeah, you know, the auntie's gonna be like this. You know, Andre, he always talking crazy.
He said something crazy.
I can hear Aunt Holger's voice right now. You know that son of yours.
I wouldn't even repeat what he said.
You go watch it. You go watch the live stream.
You go watch the live stream. Mommy will probably sit there and watch it while she's sewing.
She'll probably bust out laughing.
A pocketbook or something. Yeah, because Mama's like that. Mama probably hear you say that. She'll bust out laughing.
So Mommy will bust out laughing and be like, "You so stupid.
You so stupid." And you see, this is why we like this. This is exactly why we're like this. Because we got a dope mom. Shout out, Mom. Yeah. We love you. But yeah, that's it, man. Knicks lose, and hopefully on Friday they will win versus the Charlotte Hornets. They will be playing here in Charlotte, and they're gonna get these hands. That's it. I just don't want, if once a player hits 2 threes, just
on them.
Just get on them. That's all I suggest. Just don't let them hit anymore. I'm tired of every other game is somebody hitting 6 3-pointers.
We're like the worst in 3-point defense.
Defense, yeah.
It's terrible. Sure. But we're not. All right, let's stop. Let's stop.
Yeah.
That'll be another 30 minutes. All right, so love y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
Likewise. Word.
Till next time, y'all.
To King Rones.
Yeah, shout out to Rones. Shout out to the chat. Y'all was in here going crazy, toxic. Rones, Izzy was in here earlier. All I'm seeing is Rones in here. Listen, yo, King, you are clearly a Knicks
fan than
you're clearly a Knicks fan, man. But listen,
he said Morris needed that.
Morris needed that. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're here, hit that like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, pay us with a like. That's all we ask for. And that's all we got for y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.